whole argument on behalf of spending driving the economy, that's a Keynesian construct. Now, oftentimes, as Barbara just said, it's in the context of, oh, the economy is not strong enough. We need government to spend money to prime the pump. But Keynesians also think that consumer spending is a driver of the economy. You see these reports about what happened to consumer spending last month or last quarter, and, oh, was Black Friday strong enough to help the economy? That's wrong. What drives the economy is income and production, which is driven by saving and investing. Consumer spending is a function of a strong economy. It's not the driver of the strong economy. You have to put the cart and the horse in the right order. And obviously, echoing what Barbara said, the idea that government's going to somehow borrow money out of the private sector and spend it, the notion that that's going to somehow give us more economic efficiency or growth is theoretically wrong, but probably more importantly and more compelling to people. Let's just look through history where we've had Keynesian so-called stimulus plans. Hoover and Roosevelt in the 30s didn't work. Gerald Ford and Jimmy Carter tried it with their rebates and Keynesian gimmicks in the 70s, didn't work. Bill Clinton had his little stimulus in 1993, that didn't work. We had a stimulus under Bush in 2008, didn't work. We had another one under Obama in 2009, one under Biden in 2021. None of these Keynesian stimulus work because you don't make yourself richer by taking money out of your right pocket and putting it in your left pocket. Every economic theory, this is what really gets me about the Keynesians, every economic theory, including the Keynesians, will agree that long-run growth is a function of saving and investing. Now, some theories like socialism and Marxism, they think government can do the investing. That's a little bit silly. But there's literally not an economic theory that I'm aware of that is not based on the idea that saving and investing, setting aside some of today's income, is necessary to finance tomorrow's growth. But the Keynesians say, well, that's the long-run issue. Sometimes you have this short-run demand management situation where the government has to come in and prime the pump. I will say there is one tiny way in which I think the Keynesians maybe get it 1/3 of the way right. If you wind up doing a Biden-type stimulus plan, and you're going to spend, I think it was $1.9 trillion, if you borrow a lot of that money from overseas, you can artificially goose your consumption in the short run. Now, you're doing it at the expense of having to pay off foreign bondholders in the long run. So it's sort of like thinking that you're increasing your family's living standards by breaking into the kids' college fund and then having a weekend in Las Vegas or something like that. Right. So it doesn't make sense. But yes, in the short run, you can artificially make it seem like you're more prosperous.